Traditionally, you could have expected a 3 to 6 week recovery period after gallbladder removal. Now, patients can be out the same day and back to work in just 3 to 5 days.
That's amazing.
Everything's speeded up.
Yeah, businesses will love that. And coming up next on tonight's Student News Network, you're going to meet some hardworking youngsters who give up their free time to help others. And coming up tomorrow here on the Evening Edition, Ed Turney goes back in time to bring us a musical Good Neighbor.
Safari by Ralph Lauren, the new women's fragrance. Available at Woodward and Lothrop.
You know, there are a lot of reasons why your car might leak. Is your transmission shot? Maybe, maybe not. Now's the time to take your car to AMCO. They'll give your transmission the most complete diagnostic checkup in the industry. So if it's just a small problem, they'll spot it. Fact is, half the cars serviced by AMCO dealers don't need a new transmission. So chances are that little leak won't end up draining your wallet. AMCO, AA-MCO.
More and more new car buyers are very big on the family car of the year, Toyota Camry. Big value is the reason Camry sales continue to climb. Start with a sensible Camry price. Most 1990 Camrys, including our best-selling models, are still at last year's prices. Option packages and factory-to-dealer incentives could save you hundreds more. The 1990 Toyota Camrys. Big savings today, big value tomorrow. See your Toyota dealer now. We deliver value today and tomorrow.
It's Macy's one-day sale Wednesday with special hours from 9 to 11. Save 20 to 50% at Macy's.
We're a part of your life.
There is a growing movement in schools to get students more involved in their communities. On tonight's Student News Network, our education reporter Kathleen Matthews shows us one school that doesn't have that kind of problem. Kathleen joins us now to explain exactly why.
Susan, when schools call me up to pitch their story ideas for our Student News Network, this is a topic that I keep on hearing. They all want to do it. Most European schools and Catholic high schools in this country have community service as part of their diploma requirement. And now public high schools are getting on the bandwagon, like Fairfax High School, where we hear from tonight. The students who produced this news story, however, come from the Chantilly Vocational Center, which attracts high school students from all over Fairfax County for special programs like the one in TV production. Our student reporter is Brian Nern, who tells us all about Fairfax High School's Helping Hands.
This year, Fairfax High School's U.S. Virginia government classes participated in CIV, Students in Volunteering. This program brought students closer to their community by volunteering time to a worthy cause. Volunteering students tutor at local elementary and intermediate schools, clean local parks, work with the elderly, and many other worthy tasks in and around the area. Students began by being interviewed and counseled for the job that will suit them best and which they would most enjoy. After their interview, students would be scheduled for their volunteer times. Volunteering has a pleasure which is twofold: personal satisfaction and the knowledge that what you do is helping others and making them happy. And aside from that, it makes you look good in the eyes of your peers and your community. What did you do for the volunteer program?
We tutored the kids and helped them with their studies for their homework, whatever they need help in.
My volunteer time, I worked at Fairfax Hospital in the emergency room as a volunteer.
I worked for Fairfax Nursing Home, just helping out with bell ringing and playing cards with people and just spending time with people.
Tutoring has taught me a very valuable experience. I was tutoring a young Korean girl and trying to explain English words to her in English instead of her Korean. And it was really a challenge. You should try explaining ceremony in English terms when she's not quite getting the picture. I had to use a lot of hand motions, and it was really a very learning experience. of gaining a better understanding of myself and others.
Do you think this was a worthwhile program?
Oh yeah, you learn a lot from it. You have more respect for little kids, and it's a lot of fun.
I think it was worthwhile to do it because, you know, it was a lot of fun, and you meet a lot of interesting little kids.
Volunteering is not just helping others, it's also helping yourself. From giving blood to cleaning local parks, it's a great way to feel great. This is Brian Nern reporting at Fairfax High School for Channel 7 Student News Network.
Brian and the other students who produced this story today travel from their own high schools to the Chantilly Vocational Center, which is part of Chantilly High School, where they take classes in TV production for 3 hours every day. When they've completed their course of study, their teacher told me today that they are ready for entry-level jobs in television stations.
And they'll be at the front door.
They're already sending us summer resumes, I know.
Thanks, Kathleen. Coming up on the late edition tonight, Mayor
struck a similarly conciliatory